Welcome to Nalla Narasimha Reddy Educational Societies Group of Institutions Integrated Campus. Department of Civil Engineering, myself, Suresh Kumar, Assistant Professor in Department of Civil Engineering. In today's lecture, methods of leveling. How many methods are there in leveling? We are going to discuss today. That is simple direct method and differential leveling, fly leveling, profile leveling, cross sectioning, reciprocal leveling. What is leveling? How it will be used for different types of works. See, this is simple and direct leveling. In simple and direct leveling is used for finding the level difference between two stations that are nearer. So whatever the stations or observations or levels on a ground you are taking, that will be at near place. Okay, the survey will be conducted in shortest length. In that, if you are conducting any survey, that is called simple or direct leveling. So this is the benchmark, the RL, reduced level of A is 200, and with reference to this, that is backside is 2.7 meters. The height of the instrument or station is 200. The 200 plus 2.7 meters will gives you the total height of that particular station. That is called simple or direct leveling. Differential leveling. What is differential leveling? If the distance between point whose difference in elevations is to be determined in large. Whenever you are conducting this differential leveling, there will be a larger area. In this larger area, we are going to take the elevations at all the stations, all the field. Then it is not possible to take readings on A and B from the single setup. Okay, because there is a level difference in the ground. There we can't take the, without shifting that instrument, we can't take all the observations. So we need to shift that instrument if you want to take further readings. So that type of survey, if you are conducting, that is called differential leveling. In this case, instrument is set up at more than one position, each shifting facilitated by a changing point. So when you are conducting this survey, the instrument is shifted more than one time. Then it is called differential leveling. Now, fly leveling. What is fly leveling? If the work site is away from the permanent benchmark. Okay, we already discussed about this permanent benchmark. That permanent benchmark is nothing but a railway stations, dams, roads, all these are called permanent benchmarks. The surveyor starts the work with the backside on the benchmark. He proceeds towards the site by taking foresight and backside on a number of changing points till the establishes the temporary benchmark in a site. So whenever you are doing this flying survey or fly leveling survey, he will change the number of stations, or he can change the number of points till he get the temporary benchmark in a site. After marking the temporary benchmark on a site, with reference to the temporary benchmark, we'll do the survey. This type of leveling, in which only backside and foresight are taken, it is called fly leveling, whose purpose is to connect a permanent benchmark with a temporary benchmark or vice versa. See, we have discussed already that if you are taking the observations, there will be a backside, foresight and intermediate side. Whereas in fly leveling, we have only two observations, that is foresight and backside. That will also be taken for the purpose of connecting permanent benchmark with the temporary benchmark or vice versa. We can take to connect benchmark, permanent benchmark, temporary benchmark, or temporary or permanent benchmark. Thus, the differential leveling and phi leveling differ only in the purpose. See, this is a fly leveling. How will be the observations have been taken? This is a station and shifted. So they want to connect the temporary benchmark with the permanent benchmark. Okay, this is the temporary benchmark and this is the permanent benchmark. The only intention is to connect this temporary benchmark with permanent benchmark. That is the need to. Now methods of leveling. Next one is profile leveling. What is this profile leveling? In this profile leveling, this is known as longitudinal sectioning. See, what happens means when you are taking the observations in this, there will be a longitudinal section and cross section. The elevations have been taken in a longitudinal manner. In these projects like highways, railways, sewer lines, irrigation canals, etc., the profile of ground along them are required. In such cases, at regular intervals, readings are taken along their length and are plotted to get the profile. So what we'll do means we'll continuously taking with some particular interval and we are taking the observations. After noting all the elevations with particular interval, then we'll create a profile. According to that profile, we can take the decision of railways and highways and sewer lines. In this case, the instrument is set up at more than one position, each shifting facilitated by a change point. If you observe here, this is the longitudinal profile of the road. Next, cross-sectional. Cross-sectioning means, see, this is the cross-sectioning where we are taking this, in this cross-section, we are taking the elevations. In the projects like highway, railway, sewer lines, irrigations, in addition to longitudinal profile of the ground, cross-sectional profile is also essential, because we can't take the decisions only depending upon a longitudinal profile of a ground. We need to take the cross section, because your width of the road will be, if it is one lane, single lane, there will be a 3.5 meters. If it is double lane, 7 meters. So up to 7 meters width, we need to take the cross-sectional profile of that particular ground. In such case, at rectangular intervals, Readings are taken along their chain line, longitudinal profile, and in addition to this, at each station on chain line, readings are taken at close interval on either side of cross section. So what we'll do here means we'll take one interval like this according to this interval, and we'll fix the interval in cross section also, and we'll take the elevations of that particular ground, and we'll take the elevations and we'll take the decisions according to that. This is called cross sectional leveling. Methods of leveling, that is reciprocal leveling. This is a type of leveling in which difference between two stations separated by observation is determined. So if you field book, how will wrote these readings? That is station, distance in meters, readings, reduced level, remarks. That L is nothing but longitudinal cross section, and this back side, intermediate side, foresight. We'll take all the readings and we'll enter in this tabular form. See these reduced level methods of booking and reduced levels. Height of instrument method, rise and fall method. These two methods are used to conduct the leveling survey. Height of instrument method. What is this height of instrument method? If you want to find this height of instrument method, the RL of benchmark plus backside will give the height of the instrument. From height of instrument, subtract intermediate side and foresight to compute the RL of intermediate stations and change points. Add the side to RL to the change point and get new height of the instrument. Similarly, compare all these things. Finally, sum of backsides and foresights. So for check what you are conducted a survey, if you check it, the sum of backsides minus sum of foresights equal to RL of last point minus RL of first point. If you are satisfying this check, then whatever the survey we have conducted, that is right. That rise and fall method we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you.